Welcome to Senate Rules Committee, where we're going to set the floor, the Senate floor for House bills for Monday. I'm kidding. For tomorrow. Maybe right now. Senator Miller, would you do our devotion, please?
Be happy to, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much. Can we go to the Lord in prayer? All you guys in the hall, we're going to the Lord in prayer. Shut up. Thank you. Our Heavenly Father, as we sit here and debate and discuss issues that are pending for the good people of Georgia, we ask, Lord, for your divine guidance. We ask for good judgment and discernment and a vision, Lord, a vision for the future of your people. We know that you intend to prosper us. You give us that promise. You give us grace, and you give us mercy. And we're grateful for all. It's in your holy and precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thanks so much. Thank you, John. Thank you. Welcome, Bill. All right. Anybody else? Which one? Oh. I was watching y'all. I mean, we put out a lot of bills today, didn't we? All right, everybody. Thank you. And welcome to the Senate Rules Committee again. We're going to open up in Standing Committee. And in your book, Senator Butch Miller right now has a bill we're going to go over. I can't find it. Let's see. Do you have that bill? That bill?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Senate Resolution 281. Senator Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This bill is regarding violence against healthcare workers. I'd like to create a study committee, and the study committee would be a result of the significant increase in violence against healthcare workers that we've had in this past year, particularly, I would think part of it's due to the pandemic, but the last week alone, this past week alone, we had a incident in my community in Gainesville, Hall County, Northeast Georgia Health System, where the hospital was forced to discharge a patient because of the violence that the patient's family brought against healthcare workers. There's been a 74% workplace assault, 74% of workplace assaults occur in the healthcare settings in just 1 year, 50% of which are nurses, 11% are experienced physical violence, and 4% are threatened with weapons. And 50% of physicians are verbally assaulted, and 4% are physically assaulted. So, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to, if it's pleasing to this committee, request a study committee for this very purpose.
All right. Does anybody have any questions? Senator Albers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Pro Tem, this is a great bill. When you're doing this study this off-season, would you also include EMT and paramedics in that?
Be happy to. Good
Thank
point.
you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
So what does that mean?
Move do pass.
Oh. Any other questions? Senator Butler? Seconding? Okay. All right. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, moving to Calendar Committee. And as you know, thanks to Senator Calder's vision a few years ago, we moved to allow the, which he may regret, but we moved to allow the Senate chair. It is actually, but I love you. You know that. Yeah. The Senate chair and the committee gets to amend bills toward the end in case we haven't had our bills done appropriately from the House side, perhaps, and other reasons. But I'd like to start with Senate substitute to House Bill 333. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. This bill is a ethics bill, and the first part of it deals with the ability to look back over a constitutional candidate over 5 years to make sure they've behaved in their financials. And that's what the old part does. And the new part, if there's a former legislator who retired or got beat and decides to run again, they got to pay all their restitution and fees and fines with the Ethics Commission. And also, they have to bring their disclosures up to date.
We got it, Lindsay.
Huh? I don't understand what you said.
Chairman Mullis, are you looking for a motion?
Yes, sir.
So moved.
Okay, yeah, second. Any discussion, Senator Gooch?
I would like to ask you what portions of the bill you struck out that's not in this,
Well, it goes back to the original bill. So what you added the other day, we moved past.
I would suggest we not take that language out. The language that was added in the Ethics Committee was to prohibit any contributions to any PACs or committees that any elected official in this building is affiliated with, and which I think is a terrible precedent to allow any elected official to do that while we're in session. This in no way impacts any other outside group, but only if you're affiliated with those PACs or those independent campaign contributions.
Well, I appreciate that, and we've already kind of passed a bill that did that, actually, and so you're going back and you're changing that one? Is that what you're doing?
Does not touch, you're talking about SB 221, this does not touch any of the provisions in that. This closes a loophole in Georgia law that would not allow anyone in this room to accept contributions while in.
Well, those PACs you're talking about, the candidate has no control over the spending of that anyway. Is that correct?
That is not correct.
On these PACs that you just talked about, they are. On the 221, there is not.
I disagree, but if you pass this substitute, the only thing you're doing with this substitute is you're taking out that language that was added in the Ethics Committee, which passed last week, and this bill will be engrossed on the floor, and therefore it can't be changed, and it'll be sent to the governor for this. So
No, that's not true.
Vote on 330.
Okay, and thank you for that. This will go to the House, and they'd agree or disagree. But I'm strongly an advocate for this moving forward at this time. Looking for, yes, sir?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm trying to make sure I understand the dialogue between the two of you. So the protection that Senator Gooch put in some bill, was it this bill or a different bill that,
It was this bill.
okay, and that protection or that amendment that he put in precluded legislators or groups from receiving contributions during session,
Well,
is that
we're not
correct?
doing legislators' campaign. We're talking about PACs.
Okay, so
That are currently allowed to receive money now.
Okay,
But the candidate cannot manipulate that at all on those PACs. Now, 221 created a different scenario.
but the amendment that
this doesn't,
Senator
huh?
Gooch, the amendment that Senator Gooch put on 333, is that what this is? Precluded PACs from being able to receive funds during.
As in 221 that we passed earlier.
Okay, so so that's how this bill is substantially different, and that's why we're being asked to consider this?
Yes.
Okay, well, I certainly respect the rules chair position on it, but
Thank you.
I, with regard to Senator Gooch's amendment before, I'm strongly in support of that.
Yeah. I know the
and-
conspiracy here, and it's okay.
You're a part of it, Mr. Chairman.
No, I'm
so
not.
it cannot
No,
be
I'm
a
not.
conspiracy. All
right.
But with regard to stripping that out, that would substantially alter this piece of legislation, and I would not
Well,
be in
it wasn't
favor
part
of
of the original legislation, as you know.
It wasn't part of the original, but it was part of what came before this committee after he amended it, right?
Well, it was attached to this committee, this bill, but it affects everything that we just passed.
I understand, but my understanding is from having talked to other folks is that they were fine with the bill the way it was with Senator Gooch's amendment.
Well, we've had different conversations
Okay.
with different
Well,
people.
You're ahead of me on that one, Mr. Chairman, so.
All right, I'm needing a motion.
So moved.
Oh, we've already did a motion. Need a second. All right, thank you. All right, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no.
No.
Ah, okay. Nope. We're going to table this bill, and I'll have my say later. Okay, we're moving forward. All right. Senate Bill 141. Now, this comes from the Commission of Jay Neal, are you on Zoom? Where is he?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'm here.
Hey, tell me about the original bill of 141.
House Bill 141 is agency legislation for the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council. We operate the Crime Victims Compensation Fund. We pay up to $25,000 per victim, per victimization. And there are several different categories. One of those categories that we pay is for medical expenses. So if someone's the victim of a violent crime and they have medical bills, we will pay as a payer of last resort. So insurance pays first, Medicaid pays first, other payers pay first. We're that payer of last resort when there's no other option. We'll pay up to $15,000 per victim, per victimization. We have been historically paying the billed amount for the medical bill. And as you know, Mr. Chairman, no insurance provider, no Medicare, Medicaid program, workers' comp program, nobody pays in full. People who don't have insurance can negotiate from that bill and get a reduction in their bill as well. What House Bill 141 does is allows us to begin to pay those medical bills based on the workers' compensation fee schedule. The cap still remains $15,000. That doesn't change. But rather than paying 100% of the medical bill, we'll pay on a workers' compensation fee schedule. That brings us into basically the industry standard. We actually had an audit about 3 years ago, programmatic audit. The Department of Audits recommended that we do this. We believe it's going to save about $2 million a year in our Crime Victims Compensation Fund. The second part of the bill, when a medical provider receives a payment from CJCC moving forward, if this bill passes, it will be considered payment in full. In other words, if there's a balance of, let's say, $20,000 and we pay that $15,000, the healthcare provider will not be able at that point to go after the victim for the remaining balance. It will be considered payment in full. They don't have to receive the payment for us if they choose not to. They could reject that payment and try to get the funds from the victim. That's not likely to happen. But this bill simply says that if they receive a payment from us, it'll be considered payment in full. We don't want to see victims further traumatized by healthcare providers going after a remaining balance when they thought that the medical bill had been taken care of by the Crime Victims Compensation.
Now, let me ask you.
That's what the bill does.
A lot of the First Lady's bills come through your commission. I mean, she's worked with you and your staff in those issues that's been very important, correct?
With the human trafficking and sexual assault related issues, absolutely. Yes,
So
Mr.
the
Chairman.
crime victim is part of that as well, correct?
That's correct. Those human trafficking victims and those sexual assault victims they're eligible to apply for compensation through the Crime Victims Compensation Fund.
All right. Anybody got a question for Jay Neal? Let me tell you what my intentions are here. I appreciate your effort and those of you that are working on tort issues, but I want this to be a clean bill because it is the one that the First Lady uses when it comes to human trafficking victims and so forth. So we just have gone back to the original bill is what we've done. And if y'all can find other bills to use as vehicles for that, I'm okay with, but I would like to remove that language from this bill just to keep it clean. And I'd be glad to host or agree to whatever else you want to use in the past.
I would make a motion to pass by Rules Committee substitute.
Thank you, thank you. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Thank you, Representative Neal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you, Bill. All right, let's see. All right, we're talking about looking at Senate substitute for House, Senate Rule substitute for House Bill 465. All right. Is Representative Golick in the hall? Please come in. All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Present the whole bill. Is that what you want me to do? Talk about the
Yeah, with the
substitute?
changes, please.
Yeah, so the change was on line 38. It changed individual property owner to alarm user, and that's because unintended consequence, I think, was raised after it came out of committee from apartment association and some renters worried about the property owner status of an alarm. So this is related to who gets charged a fine on a false dispatch. Is it the alarm company or is it the user of the alarm? And so this states it depends on who's violating the law. So the alarm company, let's say, violate the law.
So you're saying like if the alarm is tripped several times and it's not because of criminal activity, it's because of accidental or a cat in the house or
Right.
something, and it's done several times in a day or a week or whatever, there's
Right.
some mechanism that needs to happen to keep that from continuing. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, the fines are really
That
to
makes sense.
change user behavior, and so that we have some places that are charging the alarm company rather than the alarm user when the alarm company did nothing wrong. So this just says if the alarm company followed all the state law, they made the 2 calls and they can prove the call logs, that the user would be the one fined. So this just the sub actually just changes the individual property owner to the alarm user, just so that if you're renting a home and the alarm, the person who is renting the home from you has the alarm contract, that you as the property owner aren't responsible.
All right. All right. Any questions? Yes, sir. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I apologize. Got a mask on. I wasn't sure if his butch stopped speaking.
So I had a situation at my home where the elements in the frame of the door were not matching up.
Okay.
And even the wind could blow, and those somehow touched each other just barely on the end, and an alarm would go off.
Sure.
And so when I wasn't at home, it would send the law enforcement out to see if anything was going on. And so, of course, I didn't know that they were there. And I got all these charges, but it wasn't any fault of my own. It was the fault of the person that installed the, and I don't know I can't think of the name that you call those little elements.
The sensor or something. Yeah.
The sensor in the door, on the door and on the frame of the door.
Right.
And so I proved to them that it was the installer's error, and they had to eat the charges, I guess.
Right, they fix that. So that's related to your contract. So it just depends on your contract with them, but if you were having a problem, you would call them just like you do today. The alarm companies are in the business of making you happy as an alarm user. And so what this would say is, what we have is we have some jurisdictions who are automatically default to charging the alarm company for all the false alarms. So what the alarm company should do per the law today is that they're supposed to call you twice before they dispatch police. And so if they didn't, they have to prove to the police, the municipality or the county that they did that through the call logs. But if there's faulty equipment and faulty installation, then the alarm company is responsible. But if it's you as a user didn't answer your phone or related to it, then it's you. So it just depends on where the fault is. If they fixed it, it's not like that was their problem, and they should be responsible for the fines.
They did. You
Okay.
call the alarm company today, and you get a recording.
I'd change
And
alarm
it asks
companies.
you questions.
I'd change alarm companies.
I would too. Yeah.
They'll all accommodate you if they want your business.
That's right.
That's right. All right, any other questions? Need a motion? A second? Right here. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? No. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
That's the last amended bill today, and we do that by city, Senate, committee substitute, huh? All right, we're going to start on the rules calendar to choose a few today by hearing from our House members. Representative Meeks, if you would come in first. What are y'all serving out there?
Just a lot of fun, Mr. Chairman. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you so much. All right,
Like-
you want to tell us about House Bill 282?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, be happy to. House Bill 282, LC 43-1993S, substitute, made a couple of changes over here in the Senate to make it a much better bill. Mr. Chairman, it's related to the timberland, qualified timberland property QTP program that was passed in 2018 by constitutional amendment by the voters of Georgia to establish the program.
All right, you're talking too much.
I'm talking too much.
Yeah.
All right, yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Okay, so the changes are, we define contiguous. To page 2, line 35, we changed the value to a valuation formulation to a 50/50. We further, Mr. Chairman, make sure that the,
Excuse me, you got a question here.
yes, sir.
At the appropriate time, Mr. Chairman.
Well, we're not gonna, these are on the calendar, so we got it. Any questions for the wise House member? And let me commend you on your explanation. It was inspirational.
No, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
All right, I'm going for the bottom right now, just to stir it up a little bit. House Resolution 282, Gunner. And the next one will be Representative Knight, and then Representative Ralston I'll handle.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The next time when he gets finished, let's all in here cheer.
All right, that's very good.
Everybody, when he gets finished,
Yes, sir.
Well, we're having a good time out there.
Well, that's good. We're having a good time, too, because we're considering House bills.
Yes, sir.
And y'all are going to be considering Senate bills.
Yes, sir.
All right.
If I could have anything to do with it, but I'm just a freshman.
Oh, don't give us that. All right, go.
All right, Cindy Grace Jones was killed at an intersection in Union County. She's a resident of Fannin County. Her family has been working to get that intersection redesigned and also to get a red light there. It doesn't qualify for
All
a
right,
red light,
yeah.
but they've done a lot to.
I got you.
And this is in honor of her and their.
Who's handling this for you?
Honestly, I haven't asked.
Well, we have Senator Gooch, so you may not be getting that one today. But I'm grateful for you being here.
I would ask him to do that since he would be
Yeah, I
very
know. It's
familiar
terrible,
with it.
too. You sometimes pick the wrong candidate. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
You have been recognized. Get security up here. All right. All right, thank you for, you got another one? Give us 371, too.
371 is a video conference bill for courts, and I believe there's a substitute here in the committee.
Well, just
Maybe.
give us the basic bill. We're considering that one for Friday.
Okay. Basically, this is a bill that allows the courts to conduct hearings by video conference.
And I'm handling that for you, I think,
Yes,
right?
sir, you are. Thank you.
And with COVID, that makes sense because a lot of meetings couldn't happen, and this gives them the ability to do it through Zoom if they weren't otherwise.
Right, and this is per the court rules, which have been developed over the last
Okay.
10 to 15 years.
Thank you. Let's all hear it for him. Yay! All right, Chairman Knight, House Resolution 183. On deck will be Mallow. He's new. She's new. That was House Resolution 282, and the other one was what? Senate Bill 371. Okay, is Representative Knight out inside? We need somebody on monitor the door. Get, okay, thank you. Are you his floor leader? Okay. Representative Chokus, are you with us today? Yes, 611 and 631.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of the committee, I appreciate this opportunity to bring before you House Bill 611 first. It's a committee sub where the senators greatly improved my original bill, and I was grateful for that improvement. This came from the Georgia First Commission, chaired by Scott Hilton, and changes the way the state of Georgia could improve its small business development. 611 takes the small business definition under Title 50, which is 300 employees or less with 30 million in sales, and tiers it. Tier 1, 10 employees and $1 million. Tier 2, $110 million. Tier 3 remains the same. Purpose is so that if we do any acquisitions or purchases, we can tier that in a future date. Second section,
Hey, that's good. Go to the next bill.
next bill.
Any
Okay,
questions?
It's a good
Hey,
bill.
we got Senator Huffstetler.
You're right. We spent a lot of time working on this bill and made a lot of improvements on it. And then I see you've given it to the senator from the 14th to carry it forward.
That was a mistake, unfortunately. I thought it was going to economic development. I'm sorry, sir.
It's okay. Keep going.
All right. House Bill 361 was also
631.
improved here, and this government.
Wait a minute. Representative, 631. All right, go.
631.
You said the wrong number, but I do it all the time.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
631. Senator Albers and his committee improved this bill as well, and what it does is allow local governments with E911 centers to collect, store, and disseminate information voluntarily submitted by parents or guardians of individuals that have a physical, mental, or neurological condition that impedes their ability to communicate.
All right, hold it. That's excellent, absolutely. And for those out in the hall, if you hear Chairman Chokas say, the Senate improved my bill, I mean, those are outstanding words. They're inspirational, in fact. And let me
true.
commend you on that. All right, anybody got any questions? Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Do you have any other bills on here?
No, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Mr.
Chairman Cooper, if you're out in the hall, come on in. 560. Hey, you got a fan club out there. So all the ones you have on the sheet, tell us about it, okay?
Okay. On the second sheet, a few from the bottom, House Bill 307 is the Georgia Telehealth Act. It codifies into law much of what has been going on in telehealth by emergency order and puts it into our law so that when the emergency is over, the doctors will still be able to use it, much of it, and it has a special addition to help our physicians and our mental health workers. And so we are so short of help in rural areas. So that is House Bill 307.
All right, any questions? Continue.
Okay, and on the back sheet, the very first one is the Newborn Screening and Generic Advisory Committee. The federal government tells us every year, sends to a committee that we have.
Senator Gooch, did you have anything for the chamber? Okay, good.
Oh, okay.
Continue on, Senator.
Okay.
Representative.
On the newborn screenings, the federal government has a group of physicians that study all the new genetic diseases and the ones that by early detection we can prevent disabilities and even death for newborns and young children. And they send that information to a committee here in the state. Then that committee makes a recommendation to the Commissioner of DPH. Unfortunately, it just never goes anywhere, and we are very behind.
Yeah, but Chairman Cooper, let me tell you, from the other doctors in this building, they really appreciate all your work to do, especially for newborn. And this is a good bill. Thank you for
Okay,
bringing it to us.
thank you very much.
Any questions for the chairman? Thank you, dear.
Okay,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Okay, Representative Carpenter from Dalton.
Best news I've heard all day.
What are y'all passing around out there? Can you-
It's special. It's the brunch bill. No, sorry, it's
Okay,
not.
okay.
So which one you want? House Bill 562?
Give me all of them. Just tell me where you are.
House Bill 562, simple bill perfected by the Senate, basically protects DFACS case
you'll be next. Sorry, go ahead.
takes care of DFACS case managers, and then there's also a piece in there that would allow prosecuting attorneys to change a venue upon a judge's approval.
All right.
That was perfected in the Senate. and then
Any questions? Continue.
House Bill 577 is just the DOT cleanup bill. Simple bill.
Okay, we don't have that ready, but keep going.
All right, basically all it does is it puts language in there about how to deal with airports that are not following, public airports that are not following the rules. A little information about bids that do not require bonds, that when you advertise those, you don't have to list the bond. And a little bit of information in there about speed limit signs in residential areas.
Who's handling that for you?
Gooch is handling 577.
Well, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna make it.
I know.
All right, keep going.
That's it.
All right, see you later.
All right.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
All right. House Bill 553, Representative Gunter. Have you already been here? Okay, yeah, never mind. Bonner, he can't be here. Gaines, are you still here? You need to be. House Bill 509, I didn't hear a cheer.
That's me figured out who his senator is.
Hey, have you figured out who your senator is?
I have.
Well, who is he?
Bill Cowser.
Does he inspire you?
He does, every day.
His hair used to be your color.
Well,
Look what happened.
I didn't know him back then.
You weren't born yet.
That's kind of funny, yeah.
Pretty funny, Mr. Chairman.
All right, continue on. Give us all the bills you got here.
It was kind of funny when it was.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Well, mine is gone. At least his turned gray. Mine turned loose. All right. Yeah, that ain't funny. Go ahead.
House Bill 141, I believe y'all already covered at the beginning. House Bill 146 would provide 3 weeks of paid parental leave for state employees and teachers and educators. Happy to answer any questions on
All
that.
right, any questions?
146.
All right.
And then 280.
Tell us the page and where it is.
Sorry, 141 and then 146 are near the bottom of the first page.
Okay.
And then the next one, House Bill 286, which is middle of the back of the first page. And that legislation would stop local governments from defunding the police. Back of the first page.
You're probably going a little fast for us. I mean,
I
we're
apologize.
visual people. All right, keep going.
So that's back of the first page, stopping local governments from defunding the police. And then on page 3, House Bill 509 would ensure that we protect pre-existing conditions.
All right. Are there any questions for the House member, the author? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Tell you what, Representative Gaines, he comes up with some good bills.
He's got good training. All right. Representative Watson. Hey, the crowd's dying down back there.
Figured out who it is.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I do have 2 bills. The first one is HB 246. This is increasing the driver's license fees if you lose your license or.
Yeah, to cover the cost of the license.
That's correct. Yes, sir. That's what that bill does. And then the second bill is HB 498.
Give us a page and, okay, it's the same page.
It's same page 3.
Okay.
Middle of the page. This is creating a ad valorem exemption for farmers, or expanding the definition. Currently, if farmers are exempt already, but if farmers partner up with a non-family member, they are not exempt, and we're just allowing that exemption as long as they're independently qualify as a family farm.
Okay. Any questions? What number was that?
That was 498, HB 498.
Okay. Any questions? You got them all?
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Representative Washburn, if you're out there. Are they waking him up? Please tell us every bill you got here, where it's located on the sheet, okay?
Okay, well, there's 2 here today, Mr. Chairman. The first one is House Bill 470, which makes a minor change to the condominium law that says that you do not have to have floor plans for non-residential condominiums if they are not in place yet. And we need to do this because it's held up some closings, et cetera, with some title problems, and it's a good bill and needs to be passed.
All right, any questions? You got another one? Hey, thank you for coming to every meeting. I appreciate that. You don't have to, but if my bill hadn't been chosen, I would come too.
Well, I'm honored to be here, Mr. Chairman.
Thank
I'm
you.
honored to come and continue to ask. The other one on the list is 342. That's the bill that the chairman helped me with in committee the other day that prohibits someone who is not a licensed master or journeyman plumber from advertising that they are.
That sounds reasonable. Anybody? Senator? Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you coming.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All righty. Representative Gulick. We did. Okay. Where has he been? Martin is not here. He don't have to be. Representative McDonald, are you here? Thank you for the Easter Bunny ears. He's not here. Are you here? Okay. You're going to have to get the crowd cheered up. They were strong early. They're weakening now.
I apologize for that crowd
That's
out
not
there.
true. No. We're enjoying it.
Well, good. I'm here today with House Bill 453. It's a firefighter tag bill that allows a firefighter to be able to put a tag on his vehicle if he owns a LLC. Currently, it has to be on a personal vehicle. This takes personal away and changes it to purposes unrelated to the role as a firefighter. Like a guy has a grass cutting business, he can't put it on his truck, he has to put it on his wife's minivan.
I got
no
you.
offense to the minivan.
Oh, as long as it's a Honda, right?
Yes, a Honda. I said that the last 2 times.
Or a Ford with Emmanuel Jones. Now, let me ask you, can you run blue lights with these tags?
Yes, sir.
That's the wrong answer.
Where's Randy? Oh, he's not, Randy Robertson's not in here. I can say that.
You had to be permitted to do that.
Very much so. You have to have permission from your sheriff to run blue lights. You can't run red lights.
Either
with this.
sheriff or the chairman, former chairman of public safety, or Randy Robertson. Yeah.
Correct.
They issue them. All right. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
sir.
it. Appreciate you coming off.
Thank you.
And thank you for the rabbit ears. Somebody took them though. I don't know who it was.
Okay.
But I missed my rabbit ears.
Happy Easter, everybody.
All right. Representative LaHood and then Williams. Huh? Did I miss that one? All right, yes, sir.
All right, you
Continue.
ready? Okay, I've got House Bill 363. Thank you for hearing it again. And this bill was brought by the Prosecuting Attorney's Council, and it's to help the elders in this state. And it's to toughen up the penalties for certain types of elder abuse and exploitation, such as abuse of access.
Okay. Any questions? You have another bill on the calendar?
No, sir, this is
All
it.
right. Okay, thank you. Representative Williams, 145th. Are you with us?
He's out here.
Is he? Hey, where's the fanfare? Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 205. This is a travel insurance bill. It's going to be more consumer friendly, and I hope my bill is not headed south like the Baroque 4.
Okay. And do you have another bill?
No, sir. It was already gone through, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Williams from the 145th. Are you
They told me the 148th. No, sir. I'm 148th, and
It's
that was a
okay.
travel insurance bill.
All right. Well, look, we're glad to see you.
Well, it's good to
Would
see you, too.
ask the Williams from the 145th to come in if he's here?
Well, he might be letting somebody down, but I'll check.
Oh, yeah, that's the funeral director.
Yes, sir.
That's kind of funny.
Rick Williams. Rick's not here.
He's not here. Okay, no bill. He's been here often, and Representative Martin and I had a conversation earlier. He's not going to be here today. Let's see. Representative Martin Gullick's been here. Washburn, we've done him. Okay, so House Bill 353, Representative Jones. Which Jones is it? The 25th. That's not the pro tem, is it?
353.
353. You take your mask off.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here today.
We're glad to have you.
I am here on behalf of my colleague, Representative Todd Jones, to present House Bill 353. It is the last bill listed on page 2.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And this is a very simple bill. I want to thank actually Senator Albers, who has been championing bike safety laws and the contents of this bill for several years. And I also wanted to just, I can go over it quickly, but it is a very basic
nutshell
bill.
version.
Nutshell version. This basically makes it the language that makes it so you have to pass within 3 feet of a cyclist. It clarifies that, makes it a lot cleaner, and hopefully it will be easier for both cyclists and those trying to navigate around them going forward.
And cyclists are to be in single file on the side of the road, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Would you tell those who don't abide by that?
I will. What they need to do is what I did and just get a Peloton. And that way they just stay in their basements.
Wow. Okay, any questions? I don't want to. Okay, thank you. I don't get in trouble with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The Peloton, is that like a brick stick or something? Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Point of clarification on the, what is it called, a Peloton? Peloton? Isn't that something you hang your clothes on?
I thought it was. Or you sleep on it, Peloton. No, I couldn't. I've never seen one. All right, no more questions for you. All right, thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Chairman.
Hey, exactly. Okay, I started something I shouldn't have. Representative Deloach from near the coast, Georgia's first. I'll go back there. Okay. Hey, Rick, just come on in. Hang out right there a second. It's okay. Go. We're glad to have our former legislator, now our common legislator here, or current. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Where have you been?
I've been out on the coast for about 16 years, but sure I'm happy to be back and see all my friends here in this room, Mr. Chairman.
Absolutely.
I have Senate House Bill 338.
Yes.
It deals with veterans' driver's license. It's truly a 2-minute bill, but it'll save veterans around this state hundreds of hours. In fact, even cut waiting times in veterans' clinics.
Okay.
What it does is clarify the language for who's qualified for a veteran's driver's license in the state of Georgia. Over the years, that language has been changed and massaged, and to the point that the driver's license folks said veterans must go down to the VA and get a certificate and bring it back in order to get a driver's license. What this bill does is take the language directly out of the federal code, Title 38, that defines a veteran.
So we're going to help our veterans with this, right?
Absolutely.
Make
And
it quicker.
It
and
doesn't
clearer.
cost any money.
There you go. Like it. Any questions? Yeah. Yes, sir. Are you a veteran?
So they don't need just a DD 241?
What we think they're going to allow us to do now is take this DD 241 down to the Driver's License Bureau, check your name, go to box 13A. Mine happens to say honorable, and so I qualify.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
So did y'all rehearse that plan? That was pretty good. He slapped that out there, and after you asked a question.
I've never seen this.
Okay, all right, yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Rick Williams. Yes, sir, Colonel. Thank you. I'm no colonel. Well, I'm an honorary lieutenant colonel, but that's the colonel right there.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Little simple bill.
Yes, sir.
This is that little simple consumer protection bill that puts.
You've told us many times about, right?
Yes, sir.
And thank you for coming here so often.
Thank you,
This is
sir.
a good bill and a good man, and are there any questions for him? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, committee.
All righty. Representative LaRicchia, House Bill 346. That's funny. Yes, sir. Continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I
Members of-
apologize.
that's
I was
okay.
reading the snapshot of your bill, and it's incredible.
Yeah, I
Forgive it to
appreciate
us.
it. As I was going to be brief.
What was that
and
number again?
House Bill 346. Literally saves individuals' lives and allow paramedics to help them.
Now, how did you come up with the name, the act?
Jerem is a young man from my district. I'm friends with his.
Is he a Coffee County guy?
He's a Coffee County young man and had a situation when he was younger where a paramedic could not administer a shot that he needed, and he literally almost died. The mom has sent an email to all the Senate members, and I hope you'll take time to read it. It's a truly unbelievable story.
Well, thank you very much for bringing it to
We
us.
appreciate
okay?
y'all's consideration.
Any questions for our good friend from South Georgia, from Tyler Harper's district?
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, sir.
Thank you, committee. Appreciate it.
All right, Representative Rich, Bonnie Rich. That sounds like a singer's name or something, doesn't it? House Bill 287, is she with us out there? All right, we'll move on. We've had Gaines and Meeks. Ballinger is Representative Ballinger here. Oh, hello. Yes, ma'am. This
Hello.
is House Bill 287.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm bringing to you House Bill 287, which is an update to our education code to add tobacco and vape education to our drug and alcohol education for K through 12. At the request of the First Lady, we have also added human trafficking awareness to the education for 6th grade through 12th grade.
Okay, any questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, let's see, where are we on that? All right, Ballinger's not here. Werkhauser, House Bill 268. Ah, he's been sitting there all along. Hey, he's in here, outside there. Oh, they may have. I thought they was going to carry you on their shoulders, kind of like.
Nah.
Sorry, sir, we can't
I just need a place to sit. 268 is the occupational compact, occupational therapist compact.
Okay, any questions?
I have another one coming.
All right, tell me. Quick.
532 is the Department of Labor bill.
Okay.
Annual
All right.
update.
All right, any questions? You got a question, or you just waving at me? Okay.
I think
Thank
he wants,
you. Thank you
wants
very
the
much.
bill.
Appreciate it. Okay, Sane, we've heard from. Watson, we've heard from. Williams, we've heard from. We heard from Sanes, haven't we? All right, Representative Sane, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Come on in, you have several bills to tell us if you're out there. If you're not, we'll just do them another time. Maybe next year. Hey, come on, yes, sir. Sorry, I missed you. I didn't hear a fanfare. Did you upset somebody outside?
They just appreciate me quietly.
Okay. Good answer. Good answer.
House Bill 258, the committee has heard before. It's a great opportunity to safeguard Georgia's
All right,
children.
now, look, let me tell you. 258, this way do it. On the second page, near the top, House Bill 258. Now go.
Yes, sir. It safeguards Georgia's children by making sure if they're victims of aggravated sexual battery or sexual battery, that a defensive prosecution cannot be the consent of that minor under the age of 16. It's a clarification to a Supreme Court case last year.
All right. Go. Any questions? Go to your next one. You've
All
got
right.
two.
Yes, sir. And I didn't believe House Bill 194 was on the list yet, but it did just come to the Rules Committee.
Yeah, we won't have it till Friday.
Yes, sir. All right, that's the.
Tell us.
All right, House Bill 194 creates a
that's good
GPS.
enough. Thank you.
All right,
And
thanks.
thank you for doing it so quickly, too.
Appreciate it.
All right, appreciate it. Any questions? No. House Bill 34, Representative Belton. He's ready to fly when you are. He's a Delta pilot. But he may not be here because I told him it's okay. He's been here every time. Representative Cantrell. He can't be here. Okay. Representative Clark, are you here? House Bill 68. I'm getting lonely now. House Bill 98, Representative Lumsden, if you're here. I told him he didn't have to come. All right, but he's here anyway. Retired trooper in Manning Insurance in Georgia's room. Over there with Huffstetler.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Do y'all know each other?
Yes, sir, we do.
I was looking for some really big
I'm
hoorays.
sorry, I'm just not that kind, I'm just not that guy.
Okay, you're more of a
Let's
get
get
out
it-
of the car,
let's get
hands
it
up
done.
against the car.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, let's go.
All right, sir. House Bill 98, first page, fifth down. This is the same as your Senate Bill 95 by Senator Ginn that I'll be presenting on the House floor tomorrow. This is a bill that comes from the Georgia Municipal Association, and the legislation would authorize local governments to hold virtual public hearings and declared emergencies. That's the bill.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions? Certainly appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All righty, Barr, Representative Barr, are you here? House Bill 165.
Thank you, sir. I have HB 165. It simply repeals the current law that disallows anything to be affixed to your windshield, such as GPS or telephone.
Any questions? Sounds easy enough.
Great bill.
Thank you, sir.
Great.
All right, Representative Benton. You thought you're still a teacher, a coach or something, didn't you, with that affair?
A teacher.
That fanfare?
Teacher. Yeah.
Okay.
Students love me.
Yeah, I hear that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
House Bill 173.
173, retirement bill, has two parts. First part allows retired state employees to make recommendations for two people to sit on the trustee board of employee retirement. It is only a recommendation. Second part allows large 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 retirement systems to invest up to 10% in alternative investments.
Okay, any questions? Thank you, Tommy, I appreciate
All right,
it.
thank
Is there any member that I haven't spoke with outside that needs to be heard today?
I believe so. Has anybody hadn't been in yet?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Representative Mallett, House Resolutions?
Yes, sir. Go to the mic there. You can pull your mask off since you're
Thank
6
you,
feet
thank
away.
you.
Now, how do you pronounce your last name?
Mallow.
Mallow, okay. All right, you got 2 or 3 of them here, I think.
Yes, sir. 3 resolutions
All right,
for
let's-
compensation.
Well, give us all. House resolution starting with 24.
House Resolution 24 is to provide compensation for Dominic Brian Lucci, who was a U.S. soldier that was wrongfully convicted of murder in the early 1997. They served 25 years in prison. Georgia Supreme Court overturned their conviction because evidence was suppressed in the case by the district attorney, and the witness later recanted their testimony, and because of that, they were exonerated.
How long were they in prison?
25 years.
My goodness. All right, just keep going, 25 and then 26.
25 and 26 are the other gentlemen. That would be Mark Jason Jones and Kenneth Eric Gardner. Both were 3 soldiers that were coming into Savannah from Fort Stewart to party. One of them was about to get married in the coming week, and so they were wrongfully arrested for murder and later tried and convicted because they didn't have all the evidence in their case. They were dishonorably discharged and therefore not allowed to retire from the military. They have no VA benefits, no access because they have a dishonorable discharge, and so this $1 million compensation, which would be $1 million less than what they would have had if they were able to retire from the military with 25 years of service.
Now, does this repair their military record, or is there another process problem?
There's another process. I'm working with Senator Warnock's office to take that congressionally.
Well, what brought this to your attention? I mean, was it somebody from your district or?
Yes, sir. Both of these, all 3 of these gentlemen were soldiers at Fort Stewart, Hunt Army Airfield. Hunt Army Airfield is in my district.
Okay.
And so they were arrested, tried, and convicted in the city of Savannah. And so they came back to the city that arrested them and asked for the state to consider some compensation for the 25 years after their case was overturned in 2017 by unanimous opinion from the Georgia State Supreme Court.
All right, any questions? All right, thank you so much for bringing this to us today.
Thank y'all so much.
All right. Is there anyone else out there? Come on in. Representative Nix, did I miss you?
Well, you didn't miss me, sir, but since my bill's so short and it'll be here tomorrow.
Okay, give it to us.
House Bill 606, easiest
Okay.
bill here, adds Georgia Georgia Independent School Association to the approved people who can do the school accreditation.
Yes, any questions? I think I had a meeting with somebody about that today.
You did, and my Senator Brass is going to carry it.
Brass, he's an outstanding senator.
He is. He is.
Recognizes good stuff when he says.
One of the best 2 senators I've got. One of the best 3.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'd leave on that one before we got.
I better get out there.
All right, I'm going to take I need about 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Meantime, Senator Watson, did you have anything? All right, Senator Dolezal, Senator McNeil, Senator Robertson, Senator Hickman. Did I miss anybody that's not on the committee? All right, hang on. want to thank everybody for giving me a minute or two. As being an old man, sometimes I need a moment. Colonel Hitchin, Representative Hitchin, Chairman Hitchin, thank you for being here. Thank you for your service. Tell us what you got.
Well, I'm here as the Speaker's emissary on House Resolution 119. It's a bridge naming resolution, and the bridge happens to be in my district. It's the entranceway to go into the Georgia Port Authority, and it's to be named for Johnny Isaacson.
Yeah, and who's handling that in the Senate?
Ben?
Hey, no, hey, right here.
I got this phone call at 5 minutes to 3 to come over here.
The Speaker asked me to handle that.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
No, I know who's to deliver. All right. Is there any other representative need a moment? If not, moving on. Let's pick a few. I'm going to start the list. Senate Resolution 119. House Resolution 119. Back paper. Page 4. Senator Cowsert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On page 2, House Bill 273.
273. I tell you what, I need to hold on that one for a minute, but thank you. I'll come back and get you a minute. 273. Yep. 273. Okay. Senator Lee Anderson.
We have House Bill 498.
House Bill 498. House Bill 498. 498. Okay. Ellis Black wants that bill too, and he's a fine man, and so are you, but we're going to hold on that for a moment. Hold on that for a moment. All right. 498. We're not picking that one. Butch Miller.
I'd like, Mr. Chairman, House Bill 370.
House Bill 370. You know, I'm going to hold on that bill too for just a little bit. Hold on that bill. All right. Senator Dugan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll play along.
I'm not playing. HB 5, we don't have an HB 5. 67, okay. 567. All right, we'll take that one. All right, bingo. All right, Senator Butler. House Bill 34. All right, moving forward, we're taking House Bill 34. John Albers.
Page 4, House Bill 631.
And thank you for doing that, page 4. House Bill 631. We'll take that one. All right, Senator Gooch.
How about House Bill 52?
House Bill 52. What'd you say?
House Bill 282.
All right, House Bill 282. Hold on, 282. We're going to hold on that bill for the moment. House Bill 282, we're holding. All right. Senator Harper, Tyler Harper. House Bill 346. House Bill 346. Page 2 at the bottom. All right, we'll go with that one, 346. Senator Huffstadler.
House Bill 611.
House Bill 611. Let me look. That's a go. House Bill 611. Somebody picked that one a minute ago, didn't they? 611? Okay. 631, I'm sorry. Okay. That's a double chocus right there. Is that a card game kind of thing? Senator Dean Burke.
House Bill
307. 307. Hey, we're holding that one. Thank you. That's a good bill right now. I don't feel like it, so we're holding it. All right, Elena Parent, Senator Parent.
Thank you.
House Bill 353. 353. That's a good one. That's Todd Jones' bill. Harold Jones. 363. So 363. Where is that one? I got you. LaHood, that'll good. LaHood's good. John Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On page 3, top of the page, House Bill 371.
371, I'm going to hold that bill. We're going to wait on 371 because I don't want to do it right now, but that'll make its way. That'll make its way. Larry Walker. PT, hold the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On the top of page 2, House Bill 205.
205, that's a good bill. We'll go with that one. Where is it? Okay, good. All righty. Matt Brass, or is it Brass Pro Shop? I'm not sure.
Let's go with HB 459. It's on third page, middle down.
HB 459. All right, we'll go with that one for Martin. Good bill. All right. Senator Cowser, try me again.
All right, how about First Lady's bill, House Bill 141?
Okay, look, thank you. Good bill. We'll go with that one. I appreciate your kindness on that. Okay, Lee Anderson, give me a good one.
Let's go with HR 282.
You're a smart guy too.
Very last one.
Say again?
282, the last one.
Okay, let's see. We'll do it. Grace Jones Memorial Intersection. Well, heck, I got Gooch carrying it, but all right, I can see. Butch Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want, here we go. 146.
146. That's a good bill. Senator Mike Dugan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Page 3, HB 465, middle page.
Look, we're going to hold on that one. Or did we just do it? We just did it. Okay, we're doing it. Thank you. Sorry. 465. Page 3 in the middle of the page. House Bill 465. Okay, Gloria Butler. I think it's on the back. Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, she's asking those 24,
Hey,
25,
yeah, let's put them all on, okay? Yeah, that's a 3-picker, but we're going to let you have it because you're such a nice lady. All right, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, let's keep going. All right, John Albers.
Page 3, Mr. Chairman, mid-page, HB 453.
All right, we'll do that one. Representative McDonald would like to have that. Okay, Steve Gooch.
Let's see, HB 562.
HB 562. I'm going to hold that for a little while right there. We're going to hold that one right there. Maybe some people will kind of learn how this works. All right. No, I'm the chair here. You may not have known that. All right. Let's see. Tyler Harper. But you will. You will.
How about HR
183.
183?
183. I mean, I look, you know what my policy is? Tell them my policy, Tyler. All right, I'll give it to you. I'm not for any conspiracy that I'm not a part of. So just learn it, know it, be it, live it. All right, here we go. Yes.
HR 183, last day.
Yep, Knight will be glad of that. Okay, Huffsteller from Rome, give it to me.
HB 173 has been called with, have it?
Okay. We said 173? All right, we'll do it. All righty. Dean Burke. You going to pick that bill again? I already said no twice, but come on. Well, you better talk quick. HB 498. Look, we've already said you're not paying attention. I love you, but doctor of hearing, you're not. We're holding on that one, okay? All right, moving on. Moving on. Lane of Parent, help me out of this. House Bill 98, that's a good bill. Eddie Lumsden, appreciate that. All right, Harold Jones. Don't lose your stuff now. House Bill 553, that's another one. That's on third page. Okay, my phone's ringing. Excuse me for a minute. Matt Hatchett, I'll call you later. Okay, John Kennedy.
Hey, Mr. Chairman, feel about House Bill 246.
House Bill 246, let's see. That's normally a good bill, but I'm going to hold that bill for a little bit.
Okay, thank you,
We're
Mr.
holding
Chairman.
that.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you for considering.
All righty, Larry Walker.
House Bill 68 for our men and women that serve in the armed forces protecting us.
Okay, no speech allowed, but thank you so much. Senator Brass, Brass Pro Shop.
Is that a
Dr.
go?
Brass,
Is
what
that a
else I
go
call
on
you?
68?
Are you still talking?
Is it a yes?
Yes, it's a
Thank
yes.
you.
I shook my head.
Okay.
What was the number? 268.
Larry Walker, Senator Walker, that would be a yes. We're accepting that, and thank you so much. Senator Brass, give it to me.
Top of third page, HB 354.
354, I'm going to count up. Let me just check this out here. All right. Senator Miller, give me another bill.
Mr. Chairman, is House Bill 370 eligible?
Yeah, there you go.
Why is it not? Oh, it just had the wrong senator calling for it. Yeah, we're doing it right there. 370. That's a good answer. You got me in trouble if I wouldn't have done that. Let me see. Glory Butler, you want to give me another one? And the last one will be from Dugan, if you'll be looking. Okay, glad to have you. Is there anything you need to add? All the Senate members, I asked if they've needed anything or would like to speak or be heard, or you have any requests? 268, let me look at that. Let me look at it closely. 268, let's see, 268. Well, that's a good call right there. We're doing 268. Last one, Senator Dugan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Page 1, from top, HB 44.
Oh, that's an easy one. HB 44, I like it. All right, I'm going to look at this. Let's see. These are the bills that we're looking at. House Bill 34, House Bill 44, House Bill 68, House Bill 98, House Bill 141, House Bill 146, House Bill 173, House Bill 205. I'm just going to say the number. I'm already tired. 286.
68.
Where? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't have it.
He's dyslexic.
And I did it on purpose to make sure you had it, okay? 268, 286. Huh?
We didn't have to.
Nobody called 286?
No, sir.
I just did. 286. 346, 353. 354, 363, 370, 453, 459, 465, 553, last page. All of them. 567, 611, 631, 24, House Resolution 24, 25, 26, 119, 183, and House Resolution 282. All righty, any discussions? Need a motion from Tyler Harper, one from Albers. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed, no. Thank you very much. Session begins at 10 a.m. Is that correct, Leader? Okay. See y'all there, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and we will have a great day and lively debates and good work. So we're adjourned for today, and we're planning on meeting Friday morning like 7:30. I'm kidding. Like 10 o'clock, but we will announce it and let you know. Thank you.